This is why many of your relationships are falling apart. I gave this analogy on my other channel today, and I think it'll help a lot of you guys understand why your relationships are moving in the wrong direction. You see, we was talking about hermetics, and you don't have to understand hermetics in its fullness for you to get what I'm saying. But everything exists on a pole. And for this, we're saying the pole is love. The pole is the emotional connection that you have to your mate. On the far right side, it is bliss, happiness, joy. It is like all that you want. On the far left side, it is hatred. It is violent. It is disgusting. I just got to get away from this person. I feel nothing for them. And in between the poles, there are millions of degrees. And you're living somewhere within those two poles for the most part. Now, the thing is, you know what your spouse or your mate needs in order to feel love. You know that if you don't do those things, you don't act that way, you don't think that way, that they're going to feel less love. And so, your actions, your thoughts is what's going to determine if you guys are on the right side towards love or you guys on the left side towards hate. So I gave and here's one of the issues that we face, and I gave this as an example, as a personal example. So in my first marriage, I was Mr. Romantic. And so I'm thinking on a romantic level of most of the time, all day. And I'm doing the things that I know will make her feel love. I'm doing it. So I'm over here to the right. But I wasn't being loved the way that I received love. So although I'm doing this to the right, my emotional mindset, my emotional heart, my heart mind was feeling like it was more towards the middle left. Wasn't feeling like it was going to the right. And because I love finances, I like to use the term, I wasn't getting a return on my investment. Now, here's the thing. The other person thought that they were doing the things that makes me feel love. And although I expressed to them, you're not, they kept doing the things that they thought would make me feel love, which is the things that make them feel love. So for instance, buying me gifts. Buying me gifts doesn't make me feel loved. I can respect it. I understand that you're going through this process to find something that I like or that I might have mentioned and you go get it, and I appreciate it. I don't get the emotional connection from it. It just doesn't work for me. So if you keep buying me gifts, that's great. Acts of service, you keep doing acts of service, that's great. I appreciate it. It doesn't get me over here to the right though. The things that get me over to the right is the things that makes me feel love. The affection makes me feel love. Sexiness, sultry makes me feel love. Being that way in my presence makes me feel love. Right. Um, Being supportive makes me feel love. Right. But when you just say, okay, just do whatever you want to do, I'm not really supporting it. I'm just saying I don't, go do it. I feel like I'm doing it by myself. I feel like I'm doing something and you could care less. I'm not going to feel it. So you can buy me gifts. You can have acts of service. Great. Appreciate it. Doesn't make me feel love. So that's what was going on in my first marriage. She was doing things that I appreciated, but was not doing the things that made me feel loved. I was doing what she had told me made her feel loved. So I was doing those things. And we both read the two books together. Um, the Love Language book and the Men Are From Mars, Women Are From Venus. We read those two books together. I took it to heart. I'm just speaking from my perspective. She took it to half heart. So it didn't work out, the relationship. Because after a while, I start pulling back. Now, the mistake that I started making after that is that although I like being the romantic person, because let's face it, being the romantic person also gets you a lot of the physical affection. So as a byproduct, you tend to get what you want that makes you feel love. But if I got to do that in order for you to feel that way, that's a problem. After a while, I start feeling like that's a chore. You're just doing a chore. You just, half-heartedly doing this. You don't have a willingness to do it. And that's the thing. A person has to be willing, not forced. So after a while, I pulled back, stopped doing it, not giving up, not putting forth all this energy, and the relationship dissolved. Now, I get into newer relationships. I'm not finna put forth all that effort. For what? Well, let me not say that. I put forth that effort. People that I dated after that didn't get my return on the investment. Got burned again. Fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice. I mean, fool me once, shame on you. What is it? Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Some shit like that. So by the time I met my wife, wait. By the time I met my current wife, because I know how much she hates that, but she don't really care actually. But by the time I met my wife and we got together, a lot of the romantic parts of me was buried. But her and I had a conversation about a year or so ago where she expressed to me that that's how she feels love. And so I had to recognize that if I want this relationship, I have to revert back to who I used to be. I have to take the risk and recognize she's not any of those other people in my past. And if I can't recognize that, then I'm not going to be able to revert back to who I used to be. I'm not going to become that guy again. And if I don't become that guy, I can't blame her for saying, you know what? I'm not going to love you and I'm done with you. I couldn't blame her for it. But many of you are losing your relationships because one, you are not loving the person the way that they feel love. Number two, you're still holding on, or still you've changed who you are, because you may not be holding on, but you've changed who you are because of past experiences. So either get off your ass. Either get off your ass and show your mate the how they experience love, or let them go. One or two. One or two. And the next time you're out there, try to find someone who experiences love the same way you experience love. If you do that, it'll be a lot easier, because then you can just naturally be who you are and that person will feel love from you. And if they are naturally who they are and it's in the same way that you receive love, then you're going to feel love as well. So I talked about that. It's a hermetic principle. And when you get to that point of the bliss, the moment you see it started falling away, you get used to it, you get into a rhythm, get into a rut. You need to learn how to recognize as soon as you start getting into a rut immediately so that you can swing back. Don't allow yourself to come all the way back to the other side. Recognize it in the very beginning so you can swing back. So I'm on my journey of recreating myself to be the guy that my wife would feel even more love than she already feels. Because I will tell you, that woman feels some love. Because she told me so. That's the only reason. Not from my own thoughts, because she told me so. But she does need more. So we're on the journey. I'm on the journey. And I might let you guys be a part of the journey. We'll see. I don't want it to seem like it's flaunting or anything like that. But we'll see. So where are you? Are you loving your mate the way that they experience love? Are you receiving love the way that you experience love? I really want to know. So always remember, you have to free yourself to be yourself, because your greatness is non-negotiable. Good journey, good vibration.